We're recording. So, welcome to North Star Cafe.
Yay.
So today, we are going to be talking about a subject that is very personal to you and me, and that is the subject of allies. And I wanted to start by introducing the two of us, but also introducing North Star Cafe, because we haven't done this a whole lot. And so I was thinking today, what is North Star Cafe? And I wrote something down. I said, North Star Cafe, it's where we chat about what can happen when our focus is on what might be possible. I think that's what North Star Cafe is all about. And so I got the North Star. There's my North Star. And when we focus on something that's kind of out there, we can do amazing things. So does that sort of capture it for you? What do you think?
Yes, that does capture it.
Cool. Okay. And
It
then
may grow, but as you say, we're quite new, so it might grow into something more. But
something even more.
yes.
But right now, and then I thought we're going to be talking about this subject that is near and dear to my heart, and that is this allies thing. And I thought, wouldn't it be good if I looked up the definition of ally? So I did that, and on Merriam-Webster, this is what it says. It's a noun, one that is associated with another as a helper, a person or group that provides assistance and support in an ongoing effort, activity, or struggle, often now used, this is the one that I think is us, often now used specifically of a person who is not a member of a marginalized or mistreated group, but who expresses or gives support to that group. So I thought of that. And I think that's
To a T.
I think that's you. I think that's you. So we're talking about you today. So I just have a few questions I'm going to ask you, and actually some questions that I'm going to answer of myself, because I think allies are people who kind of come together, and I think it's kind of important for you to answer, but it's also important for me to answer. So that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, what do you think about that? Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we know who the North Star Cafe is or what it is, and so I thought maybe I'd start by introducing myself and introducing you, if that's okay. Okay, I'm Linda Viscardis, for all you people that are out there in social media land, whatever. And I don't know what to say. I'm an advocate for people who live with disabilities and their families. I have a daughter who has inspired me for 35 years to be an advocate. I have a son who keeps me on track with all the things that I need to be thinking about and not overthinking things. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife. My husband of 39 years has put up with this way of thinking that I've had for so many years. And I think the big thing is I just want people to live into their very best lives. I just think everybody deserves to live into their very best life, however that looks for them. But I think that so often what brings me down is that people have closed their dreamers. Their dreamers have stopped working, and they stop thinking that something amazing can happen. And so I'm all about helping people to dream again and to see what is possible. And so I'd like to introduce Laurie Francis, who, Laurie, you have been one of probably the most, I was talking to somebody today that you know, her name is Penny, and I mentioned that I was going to be talking to you tonight, and I think I said this during our meeting today. I said, for the first half of my journey as a parent of a daughter with multiple special needs. Penny was the one who lifted me up and supported my thinking and helped me to believe in myself and have confidence to make stuff happen. And then we moved into a different season, and then you've been there. So you've been there all along. So Laurie, you are my friend, my ally, my supporter, my business partner, believer. I have all these words down here. I wrote them down. You provide. Are you still there? You're still there? You're frozen. Oh my goodness. Are you there? Laurie? Technology? Laurie? We lost Laurie. She's going to come back to us, I think. Just hang in there. Technology. See, can either be our friend or foe, but we mustn't get too upset with it because for the most part, it's pretty darned amazing, right? So hopefully she comes back. There she is. There she is. Ah!
What the heck? Sorry.
we're still recording, and I was just saying we have to. Technology can be either a friend or a foe, but we have to be patient because for the most part technology is pretty amazing. But what I was saying, I was describing you, and I wrote down all these words today, and I said these are some things about you. You provide unconditional support, no judgment. You hold me up, you believe in me, you believe in Laura, my daughter, our daughter. You believe in something more. You believe in what's possible. You get stuff done, and you motivate me to get stuff done. You help me to dream. You break down barriers, both physical and thought barriers. You help me to figure out where I want to go and a way to get there.
Woo!
That's who you are to me as my ally. So now that we know who we all are, I have a couple of questions that I want to ask. So okay, so what do you think a person like me needs from a person like you who is an ally? Do you have any thoughts about that? Like,
I knew this was going to be hard. What do I think you need?
Yes.
Well,
from your because you've just heard what I said.
Well, I guess it would go back to working at the newsletter company and doing newsletters for TSC, yours, Prospectus, and Community Living. We did stories. We also did stories. We didn't just report on things, we reported on good things. So we were used to seeing positive, like great stories, and cried like every day. And we got to know you guys and see a glimpse of lives that people that like all those groups, they're in little groups. If you're not in one of those little groups, you don't know what you don't know. And it's a lot. So getting to know you, I did know what you need. And I'm like, oh, I like you. That's something I can give. So, and that has grown and reshaped over the years. But I think the biggest thing was you needed to know that Laura had somebody unpaid for the rest of her life.
Wow.
I understood that. That's it's a pretty easy thing to do, really. Like, I have friends and I talk to her, she's like, I need to see you more. And I'm like, you know what? I talk to you twice a week. We have that scheduled. And I don't know that I've missed many days. Sometimes we have our technology issues, we work them out, but I haven't missed many days, and that's over a period now of close to 20 years.
I know. I was trying to figure out today, Laurie. I got to take. See, now I'm warm. Oh, I was trying to figure out today how many years has it been, and I think it's been 21 or 22 years.
I know it hasn't been 25. I know it's been 20.
That's a long time, and I think that, like, when I
have a lot of friends that I've had for that long.
I know.
It makes like, why is that any different?
It's different because anybody who's in my situation is is in a situation where relationships come and go. It's just the way it is. And so something that has that much longevity is really spectacular. It's really something special. And what is really amazing, as my ally, not only are you here for me, but you're there for Laura as well. And I think that that's very unique. Like, my friendship with you is very separate from and linked with, at the same time, your friendship.
It gets complicated.
But yet it isn't complicated.
No.
And that's because you're so clear about who you are and what you're doing in relationship with us and our family. It's just this amazing thing, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's so unique and everybody needs that. Everybody needs that. I think everybody needs that, but families who have a son or a daughter or a family member with special needs, I think they need it particularly because so many people come and go. That's the norm for families like ours. It's like a revolving door, right? Like, you know that.
And I do want to also say that it's been my observation that often even family, like, even those aren't the long-term relationships. I think that even family is very alienated when they're not in that kind of environment.
Well, I think that you're absolutely right. And for I can only speak for myself. For us, my family is my family because, by blood or whatever, like, they came in, we are family. Friends are there because they choose to be there. And you've chosen to be part of our lives, just like I believe I chose you first. I want to say I chose you first because I saw something in you that I really liked, and I just kept believing that we were going to be really, really good friends. I didn't know how that was going to happen, but I just believed it, and so we've just done that. It's just how it worked out, right? But I wanted to say, I wanted to ask you, what was it about you said about stories? It's funny because when I was talking to Penny today and these other people, I mentioned about the power of stories and storytelling. But what was it about our story that engaged you? Because, like our family and other people, they hear our story and they run away. It's complicated. it's too scary. There's too much. I don't know. What was it that engaged you?
I would say that given the relationship of my work, we did newsletters for nonprofit organizations. So we already learned kind of what was going on out there, because I don't have any experience with that at all, with special needs families in any way. So completely alienated. So that was very enlightening, to say the least. But it was also at a time in Laura's life where she had just moved into a new apartment. And we were friends before that. No, I don't think we were. We were just kind of getting to know each other, and because you and her were inseparable. Every time I saw you, you're both together. So, so of course that's how I knew Laura. So then you were saying, oh, we've just built an addition. Laura's moving in there. She wants to have her own apartment one day. She's going to need to learn how to cook. And I'm like, oh, I love cooking. I could teach her how to cook. That would be fun. And we committed to, I think it was just one Monday a week, but we were setting up a meal plan, easy. I knew everything that needed to be. It was fun. And I know what it meant to her. And it was fun. And I wasn't committing necessarily for my whole life then, I don't think. But, and I think I only did that for a year. And then my life took me in an opposite direction, and I moved out west. And it was before that I did make a commitment. I think it was probably oh, here's Laurie. She comes in for a year, does all this stuff, and just like everybody else, she's going to leave. And I was like, no, that's not how it's going to be.
Well, I think that you had an awareness of that through the newsletters that we had been writing and the stories that we had been telling about the importance of community and things like that, right? So that knowledge you brought into your connection with
meeting with Laura every Monday and seeing, because I know the names of her supporters during that time. I can still remember the names of her supporters. And there was I don't know, 2000, when was Siobhan there? That was...
She started in 1998.
What? There's people I went to school with for 12 years that I don't know their name. I don't even know that I've ever met her. But I know how devastating it was when she left. I know the turmoil of the new person, the next new person, the next new person.
So you brought that to, and I was going to say that I wanted to ask you what's in it for you for being a part of this we call it a circle of support or social support network or something like that.
Well, first of all, that is two different things. Because I've also committed to be on Laura's circle of support, which she does have other friends that don't want to be.
That's right.
But I love solving problems. Oh, what do you need? What do you need? Let me get it. Let me make that happen. And so yeah, shiny. You tell me what's going on, and I want to remove the obstacles and get it done. I'm not somebody where it takes years and years to get something done that we can get done. I'll make a phone call, boom, done. And how many times? Oh, I was like, oh, this is what you need. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do that because that's going to take me 5 minutes. That's going to take you all day because you're like, oh, where do I put that in?
I
And I'm
know.
like, I'll do that. And that's the kind of stuff that lights me up when you're like, oh. And I'm like, Linda, you're not in this alone. Like, do. And you're like, well,
So that just,
and that's my jam.
okay, so I just wanted to say, this is the whole dynamic that puts it all together. You, when I first met you, way back when, 20 some years ago, what I loved about you was your enthusiasm for getting stuff done. Like, you got a problem, you need to get film delivered to God knows where,
Newcastle.
no man's land,
House in Newcastle by noon.
by noon, and there's no
I have a hearse on its way.
I've got a hearse. I've got a hearse that will take that film there and get it there on time. Like, seriously, that was the kind of stuff that was like, whoa, this is a very valuable asset here. And then the personality behind it. It wasn't even that, I'm good at making stuff happen. It was the joy that you get from making stuff happen. And that's what has really been like, what's in it for me, having an ally like you. What's in it for me is that I'm motivated. You motivate me. You keep me on track. You help me with my thinking when I need to sort things through. You just help me to get things done. That I've got so many things. If you could see my office, which I'm glad you can't,
Yeah,
but
that's not my jam.
if you can see my office, it's like a disaster because there's so much stuff. It is just too much. And I think what's in it for you, you can tell me, but for me, what I see, what's in it for you being an ally in this situation is just like you said, it's my jam. It lights you up. It brings me down, but it lights you up. It brings me down.
And the fact that I can do that for my friend makes me very happy. Yeah, like, you're my friend first and foremost. The fact that I can do that and help you with that is that. And in putting that into Laura terms, that's why I said that I was on her circle of support. But her circle of support and our friendship, two totally different things.
Yeah.
When we talk, she does not want to talk about her bad day. She does not want to talk about problem solving. She does not want to talk about how to spend her time. Like, she wants to talk about whatever she wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about help.
Right.
And that's just about friendship. And I can remember when I first moved out west, she asked about Quinn every day. She asked about Mike every day. She asked about Tyler. She asked about my family. She asked how I'm doing. She compliments my shirt. She
she must say something about your hair.
Laughs.
Your hair.
She's seen some wild stuff. But yeah, like, and sometimes she's out of sorts and I'm just like, you know what? I gotta go. I can't help you with this. Like, this isn't, I can't, like, you need to call somebody to help you through this time, because
and
I don't know.
And I love that, because the things that you're really good at, that's what you do. The things that you maybe can't do, you're very honest and you say, I can't do that. And that's what she needs, right? And I think that's what we all need, is a friend, an ally who will be honest and will, like I said, hold us up and hold us accountable for getting stuff done, and in a very nice way. And I love how you're always so nice about holding me accountable for things that I said I was going to do that I haven't gotten done. You know, well, it's okay, but you do that, and that's really, really great. I think that what I wanted to be able to convey to the people who might be listening to this, who might be, you know, a member of a family like mine, who are looking for an ally, is we're here. Like, how about you and I, Laurie and Linda, be allies for the people out there who are really wanting to make something happen? That would be the ultimate for me. Like the two of us.
Yes.
Do you have your
The
water
dream
cup?
team.
Do you have your cup?
Of course I have my cup. Oh, wait, I should have done this.
That's right. Wonder Woman. So, like, we could be the Wonder Women, and we could be allies for other people to help them to get to dream, to open their dreamers, to see things in a different way, to let somebody else come in with an objective look, to be able to help them to solve problems.
A success team.
Yes, just like what you're working on. That's it. Wouldn't that be great? And that's, I guess that's what I want to invite people to think about, is if they think that they need an ally and they're looking for a success team, here we are. We're business partners. What do you want to
I
say?
was just going to say we should wrap it up in 7 minutes or less.
We'll do it in 7.
Rip it out.
We're going to do it less than 7 minutes because we don't want to keep people. But what do you think about that idea, about us putting it out there that we want people who are really looking for that, you know, that North Star vision to link arms with us and maybe see if we can't help in some way. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think we have great tools for that. So
yeah, I think so too. So any final words about what it feels like to be our ally? Or you probably haven't even, over the years, you haven't even thought of yourself in those terms, but especially now, like I remember when I went to the Idle No More things that were going on here in Peterborough as an ally, a settler ally. I went and I said, I want to be part of something that supports our Indigenous people in their journey, like what they're doing. And I remember one girl, I said, I just want to help. I want to support. I want to be here. I don't know what I can do. And she said, you're an ally. And I really liked the feel of that. I felt like even if I'm not doing anything in my mind, I'm supportive. And that's kind of how I see things. That's how I see you're always there, but just thinking of you in those terms, I know that you're going to be there over the long haul. And even when things get really rough, and you know they have, on both sides of the story, on your side, my side, everybody has ups and downs, right? But you've always been there, and I just thank you. I appreciate that so much. Everybody needs that. So that's my invitation to our watchers, anybody watching this, is that if you feel the need for an ally, somebody who is going to journey with you, Laurie and I are here, and this is something that lights both of us up, is helping people to figure out where they're going and how to get there. And you were saying today, what's your obstacle? Figuring out what's the obstacle, what's getting in the way of things. So we'd like to talk to you. If you want to connect with us, that would light us up. So thank you, Laurie, for talking about allies. I love it. Thanks very much. I'm going to turn off our recording. Bye.
Okay.